Going to Milan Fashion Week has always been a huge goal of mine.
See the models that close, a really cool experience.
So Marist was able to give us the wonderful opportunity of coming to Milan today and this weekend to help head designer Francesca with her fittings and castings.
And we're going to be host in Roffiera, which is like a really big area of Milan where normally there is the fair happening and all the fashion industry come here.
It was really awesome to be a part of the kind of buzz that's happening right now in the city as it's Fashion Week. I've had internships before with designers and they've been amazing, but nothing like being a part of a Fashion Week. So I'm really grateful to be here and experience that.
On Tuesday, we're going to help Francesca and her team dress the models. When this runway show starts, we're going to help the models dress really quickly and be ready.
And today is a little more of the organizational side of kind of deciding the order of everything, the last casting of the one male in the show, and kind of figuring out, the process. We're fully prepared for the show on Tuesday.
We're going to be partnering with Linea Pelle in this case. This one for me is a challenge because it's a leather capsule, the first collection totally made on leather.
And there was different types of leather, all different prints and colors, so it was really cool seeing them all put together.
I think that a lot of people kind of overlook how much work it actually is and how high stress it actually is. And being able to see that whole process made the collection a lot cooler and you could appreciate it a lot more, I would say.
So last Thursday, I was in Milan with Francesca's team and I was helping with model casting that they were doing and having the models come in, walk for them, see if they would be a good fit for the show, if they liked the way they looked, if their walk worked.
We'd help dress them in various looks from her collection, and then their team would decide whether that look fit the model or not.
Francesca asked us to grab some content for her social media, so we walked around the casting and talked to the models, grabbed photos of them, videos.
And I think it was a really great way to kind of have that marketing and PR feeling of the fashion industry, which you kind of get everything in one day.
So the location of the show was really cool. There was like a big sand pit and it was very different from anything like I've seen before. Everything come together and the shape of the runway was actually really cool. It was a big square and just being able to see the models that close, like it was a really cool experience. Each piece that Francesca created, each look had at least some leather aspect to it, and there was different types of leather, all different prints and colors, so it was really cool seeing them all put together.
Even just thinking about going today, I was like, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I have no choice but to go, and I think that's such a great thing about even going away to school and just kind of taking that big jump is now I can do opportunities like this where, like I said, I'm in Milan Fashion Week for the weekend. I don't think many people can say that.
I always think of fashion design as the creative process and the physical process of making the garments, so it's really cool to see kind of behind the scenes of what happens after you make the garments, how do you put them together, how do you style them, how do you market them to customers through a runway. So this has really given me insight on how to answer some of these questions that I had, and it's been really a cool experience because of that.
Marist really give to them a lot of opportunities. What I like according to that is just that they are really very open. Marist have them to be very open to the new experience. I should say that they're very passionate and they're really as well very active and fast on understanding things. And this is probably thanks to Marist, because Marist bring in front of them all the different reality, and I think this is like really important for a young student that decide to get into fashion.